This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Underrated, getting up in the middle of the night to eat, or like waking up in the morning and instantly eating chocolate. Why not? We're adults. We can do stuff like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's the best.
So, like, I wake up from my naps, and that's the only time, I sound like an 80-year-old, that's the only time of the day that I need something sweet and sugary to get me going. So I guess I kind of agree. Like, I don't wake up and have chocolate for breakfast, but I do have it right after my nap, so I get where you're going.
I mean, think back to the Nutella commercials, how they'd be like, wake up in the morning and have a healthy, balanced breakfast. And then she's like smearing chocolate sauce on a piece of bread.
Yeah.
And then her kids are going out to play soccer. And I'm like, this is stupid. That's just chocolate sauce. But then now I'm like, oh, I get it.
Right. I'm going with underrated as well today. I'm off to a guy I grew up with, Steg, for the weekend. And it is... I mean, if you added up the amount of years we all knew each other, you'd be in the thousands.
Yeah.
Like, we've all grown up in the same town for the most part, known each other since we were like 1 or 2. So I'm just so excited for those memories to surface that you had completely forgotten about with old friends. And like have elementary school stories about each other and
that's
stuff.
so fun.
I'm very excited for that more than anything. I mean, the beer too. All right, the average person eats 60 of these a year.
I think I got it.
Okay?
Birthday cakes.
60 birthday cakes.
Yeah.
That is a terrible answer.
Why?
60?
Maybe you need more friends.
Okay.
Some of us
Yeah.
eat 60 a year.
I would argue that you have one birthday cake a year, and otherwise you're just having cake at someone else's birthday.
Good point.
Thank you.
So that's not the answer.
That is not the answer. What's your guess?
60 Terry's chocolate oranges.
Incorrect.
Who the
No, don't swear, Lisa.
who eats 60 Terry's chocolate oranges?
Well, Lisa, you start in November-ish, and you eat one consistently until you legitimately don't like them anymore.
So one a
So
day
then
for
by the
2
time-
months equals about 60.
Yeah, exactly.
Good math. Incorrect.
Although I do love a good Cherry's chocolate orange. Don't get me wrong.
Especially the new toffee ones. They're really good.
Whoa.
Have to give those a go in November. Thanks for the call, man.
No problem. Have a great morning, guys.
You too, Shane.
What do you think?
It's got to be spiders or insects or something.
Ooh, I didn't even think about something other than actual food.
Incorrect.
Yeah, incorrect.
All right, couple guesses on the text line from the
Sure.
6 a.m. listener club. Pizza,
No.
bananas.
That would be a monkey. The average
No.
monkey eats 60 a year.
I would disagree with that. I know my animal facts. It's way more than 60.
A small monkey. The average small
Jay wants to know if it's hares.
No.
Okay, Curtis is guessing hot dogs.
Correct.
No way. Are you
Curtis.
serious?
Home run hitter. Yeah.
60 hot dogs?
See, and it's funny because I was like, that is a lot of hot dogs for a year. But then also in like the same 2-minute span, I was like, I wonder what I should get for food for this stag I'm going to this weekend. Maybe I'll just eat a 12-pack of hot dogs.
Okay, did you read that study though that every hot dog you eat takes 30 minutes off of your life?
No, it's 1 minute, I believe, isn't it?
No, it was like 34 minutes
that
off of
can't
your
be
life.
true.
No, I'm serious.
I should be dead. I would be dead already if that was a true stat. You
Something.
Good. Brought to you by A&D Tutoring. Wonder, learn, grow. For more info, visit adtutoring.com.
Play 107.
My story today is so cute. It comes to us from Kansas. A 93-year-old woman has an obsession, and it's just one song, the Hokey Pokey.
You put your right foot in, you take your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
She was quoted saying, "It's just a fun, joyous song." She ended up getting it onto a CD and bringing it to her younger neighbor to be like, "Can you like this song with me? Like, I just want someone to dance with me at some point." And then weeks went by. She didn't hear from her neighbor. Then all of a sudden, it's Phyllis's 93rd birthday. And she comes outside, and on her front lawn, there's a flash mob of a bunch of people from the neighborhood.
Putting their right foot in.
Exactly. Surprising her
foot out.
on her birthday. The picture of her big smile on her front deck watching all these people supporting her favorite song. Super precious.
I wonder at night before she goes to bed and she has the little cup of water there. She goes, you put your dentures in.
Tell me something good.
My story is about a lot younger people than your story. They looked to be about, 8, 9 years old. There was 2 boys that were on their way home from school on their bikes. And there was a funeral happening at a military base. And the kids could see the flag and could hear the music from the funeral. And they stopped their bikes, kickstanded them, and then just went and stood in respect. Like, no, they didn't walk up there.
Right.
They weren't dressed for the occasion, but they just stood until the music finished playing.
Yeah.
And they didn't even know anybody was watching. But yeah, somebody caught it on camera. Just the 2 of them stopped, listened to the song quietly with their hands behind their back, paying respect to the person who passed. And then when the song was done, they got back on their bikes and quietly rode off.
Oh my gosh.
It's just such a beautiful gesture.
Yeah, I love that.
That people can pay respect, especially that some of the young ones are learning these important things.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
Another election happening soon, which means a whole batch of ruthless attack ads.
Oh man, you hear some of these and you're like, how'd they even get away with having that aired?
Right? So we've decided to create our own
Yeah.
against each other here.
Yeah, as if we were trying to be elected.
I once saw Ryder pumping gas, and he didn't even give it the extra couple pumps when it was already filled. Sounds like someone doesn't support oil and gas.
Ryder uses disposable razors to shave his head. Do we want someone who doesn't care about the environment?
Rumor has it, the only bill Ryder's ever passed was his lunch tab to his coworkers.
Ryder once visited a friend in prison? Sounds like someone is a softie for hard criminals.
Ryder stopped drinking Crown Royal. Ryder doesn't support the production of Canadian grains.
Ryder changes his mind halfway through Netflix shows. I'm not sure I want a flip-flopper in charge of this country.
Ryder used to shoot gophers on his farm in Saskatchewan. Ugh. Ryder supports gun violence. This message is paid for by Lisa Evans.
All right, now before you vote, you actually have to hear the other attack ad. I would like to say, though, well played.
Thank you.
Some serious chirps in there.
Okay, what do you got for me? Or against me, I guess.
Lisa Evans' lips aren't real. Are her promises for our country? Doubt it.
Lisa lived with her parents, well into her 20s, but called them her roommates. What other truths has she covered up?
Evans rhymes with heavens. We'll all be saying, oh heavens, if Lisa is elected. That's for sure.
Lisa wears glasses, but only sometimes. She obviously has a blurred vision about this country and most other things.
Lisa wears mom jeans, and she's not a mom. Talk about false representation.
Lisa wears a top bun most days. Do you want someone that lazy running this country?
Lisa has a friend named Amanda that nobody has met before. Sounds pretty sketchy. Lisa's name backwards is asshole. You know what that sounds like? This message is paid for by Ryder.
Thank you for checking out the show. Is there a list of rules somewhere that we could start following for drive-through etiquette?
No, there's no drive-through etiquette. And I do feel like some people just don't understand how to be respectful.
A story is going viral where a man ordered $700 worth of food in the drive-thru. Now, this is when, the employees should say, okay, go pull over for 45 minutes, and then we'll be out with your order. They didn't. So the lineup ended up backing up. People got very upset when the bags started rolling into the car.
Gosh,
if I was behind that guy, I would have lost my mind.
Especially if you were maybe a little bit late for something.
Yeah.
This totally takes away the whole fast food title.
Totally. So, what should be the maximum order? I feel like a good place to start would be, if it doesn't fit in one tray and one bag, you should probably go in. Right? If it's feeding more people than you can fit in your car, then you should go in.
That's why I've always thought that they should have a separate drive-through lane for people that are just getting one coffee.
Yeah, the solo shoppers.
Can you imagine?
That's how I do most of my fast fooding because I don't want anybody to know about it.
Oh, yeah, the secret meals.
The beef and cheddars after slow pitch that I eat on the way home.
Exactly, and then you do the walk of shame to the garbage bin at the gas station, not at home. We all know that.
So
this is how you get caught, though, with your secret fast food. Because people usually will wipe their fry salt on their pants.
Okay.
So you got to get rid of that evidence. If you have salty thighs, you're done.
They know what's going on.
They know exactly what you're doing.
But yeah, like you want to be quick in and out when you're just a solo act.
Okay, Lee just wrote in saying no minivans allowed.
Okay, we'll add that to the list of potential fast food drive-through etiquette rules. Glenn had a very good suggestion saying, know what you're ordering before you pull up.
Nothing worse than the person that's at the speaker and goes, you just give me a couple minutes?
Does the cheeseburger come with cheese? Like,
yes, it does, dumbass.
Yeah, like we all know the menu. Quit pretending.
When a car full of people, it's usually teenagers, go through the drive-thru and all order separate orders, which means they all have to pay separately. They're handing the cashier their debit cards all separately. Just go into the restaurant.
Totally. Or with how easy it is to e-transfer, just get one person to pick it up and everybody send them the $9.
Yeah, exactly.
We're with you. We will put this on the list of unwritten drive-through rules.
Thank you, Larissa.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Janice says no cash. And Chelsea says, have your payment ready. Quit digging around in your car or your bag. It takes forever.
No smoking. Now, this one's interesting. Tasha said, I agree 100%. Coming from a girl who used to work the drive-thru back in the day, even though I smoked myself. So gross when someone's smoking. Another suggestion coming in. This is going great.
Yeah, I expected there to be like 2 rules.
Right.
But
like, no more than $25. Is like I thought was going to be the end of the conversation.
Right.
But no unwrapping food and starting to eat while still in the drive-thru.
Is that a personal attack? I feel victimized by that text.
What do you got for us?
If you have a big truck, please turn it off so we can all freaking hear.
Good point. And I've actually been caught behind a diesel truck.
Stinks.
In a drive-thru. And by the time I got through, like I wasn't hungry anymore. I looked like Zoolander when he came out of the mine.
Yeah, that's not a good look. FYI, for people who are not Zoolander.
I think I'm getting the black lung, Bob. It's not very well ventilated down there.
Play 107.
So this Metallica cover album, celebrating 30 years since their release of the Black Album, one of the biggest rock albums of all time, is stacked with artists doing covers, and all the money's going to charity.
All of it. 100% of the proceeds are going to charity. There's 53 covers on this. So obviously the same song is played several
Numerous
times on it,
yeah.
but just by different artists.
So
we've decided that like we also want to be a part of this amazing cause.
But there's only room for one of us.
No, we're doing a duet.
No, it's not a duet. It's a Metallica of.
Why? Because it's the one impression you can do really well. That's not fair.
I need to win something around here once in a while, Lisa.
All right, well, we'll see. Maybe I can sing like Metallica. I don't know.
Let's just go back and forth.
Keep in mind, when I typed in Metallica, I spelt it wrong.
With a deep Medallica.
Okay, that's not what No, that's not how I spelled it. I did
Cool.
2 C's instead of 2 L's. Okay, let's do this.
You start?
I don't know. I don't know what's the first line.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay. You turn it down a little bit? I can't hear anything.
It's Metallica. We don't turn it down.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone.
I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes.
Or sleep with one eye open. Or grip with your pillow. Time. Exhale.
never, never land. No.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Who do you think won that?
Okay, obviously you.
No, I thought you did really good, actually. Way better than I thought you would have done. The struggle of working at home with kids, I'm sure, has led to a lot of awkward interruptions. My buddy was telling me that it's at least 3 or 4 times a day he'll be on an important Zoom call with like upper management, and his kids will come in and ask dumb questions or start jumping on. He's working out of like a spare room in their house. The kids will come and start jumping on the bed behind him. He said it's just awful.
Oh, no.
So school, very welcome time for many.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson had something like that happen. She just dropped a preview for season 3 of the Kelly Clarkson Show. And one of the pieces of this season is Coldplay's Chris Martin performing Yellow for her and her 2 kids. And then one of the kids kind of interrupts the performance. Check it out.
And it was all yellow. So then I took my turn.
And the kid just gets up and walks away from the performance.
The kid wasn't even listening. Like, that is so. It's almost kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Especially because Chris Martin is so loved and so talented.
Yeah.
But kids don't care about fame.
Just
they
the
don't care at
best.
all who you are. They got to go potty.
No, and that's true. I've heard celebrities talk about that before too, where like their kids do not care that they're a big deal to other people. I like that.
Play 107.
A big weekend ahead there, Elise?
I have 0 plans.
I know what you shouldn't do. Get together with some friends and play a board game.
I can't.
No, you're not the right person for that job.
I am not a fan of board games. I think that there are 2 types of people. Nope, 3. People that are very passionate about board games, people that will never play them, and then people that get sucked into it and then are miserable the entire duration of the game.
And so you have been the sucked in person before, but now you're the refuse to
No,
play
I'm
person.
putting my foot down. I'm done. Can we, like, I don't know, sing karaoke or film a fake horror film instead? Can we talk about ghost encounters? Like anything but Monopoly, please.
You came across a tweet about this, and I'd like you to read it. It's very funny.
It's very relatable. Ready? Did it hurt? When you convince someone to play your favorite board game, and then somebody said, "This is complicated," while you were reading the rules. It is so common, and I am that friend, and I apologize. No, I actually don't apologize.
Yeah, you should, actually. Especially, like, I've seen games get canceled, and us, like, the other 6 people be like, okay, well, I guess we're not playing board games because you put up such a fight while the instructions are being read.
If there's 6 of you, Ryder, play your board game. I'm going into the other room, all right?
Please do. Time for a brand new episode of Unsung Heroes, where we give shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention they deserve. And then it's your shot at $2,100 with Ryder and Lisa's $20,000 Play That Tune. Let's go.
Shout out to having something caught in your throat and having to cough in public, then having to yell things like, "It's not COVID, I just ate my wagon wheel too fast." I'm sorry.
Shout out to comedians who blame the room for not laughing. Maybe it was your joke.
Quote unquote joke. Shout out to whoever decided sweatpants are fashionable for fall. Thank you.
Shout out to 46% of parents admitting to borrowing money from their kids' piggy bank.
Ooh.
And the other 54% who lied when asked because the kids were listening.
Shout out to that banana that you packed for a snack at work on Monday that is now slowly turning brown on your desk as the week goes by.
Shout out to someone telling you how good looking you were in a picture from 10 years ago and thinking that's a compliment.
Oh, I hate that. But I do think that I look a bit better now. At least I have eyebrows now.
Yeah, if we go back 15 years, I'd agree with that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shout out to your phone dying during the day. Then when you get home and charge it, you have one text, and it's just a reminder appointment for your dog's de-shedding.
So popular. And finally, shout out to the weekend, which felt like it took a month and a half to get to, and will be over in 4 minutes.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.